Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events to give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. Double D, how's it going?
Buddy, you know what? For once, it's going great.
I'm glad to hear it. How was your week?
Oh, no meteors flying overhead, no Bigfoots
Oh, my
peeping in my
God.
windows this week. Um, just, same old crazy global warming weather we got going on here. We were 70 degrees one day, 30 degrees the very next day. So, I don't know whether to get my bikini waxed or to just get all the body hair growing and
Oh,
keep
my
me
God.
warm. I don't know.
Oh, my God. Either way, please don't let the public see that.
Right. Don't want to get us
Oh,
canceled.
my goodness. Okay.
I mean, other than that, no, good. We did so I did a little wine tour with my brother and sister-in-law.
Okay.
There's like this area by us in Ohio that does like an ice wine festival, which is all sweet wines. So, we sat there and
Nice.
sipped on the little sippy sip, and everything came with like a little pairing of a food in that. So very fancy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, look at you.
Yeah.
Fancy schmancy.
And I did want to say there was one place that we went to as a distillery, and do you know what they had flying out front?
Uh, one of your people's flags.
One of my people's flags. They had the colors flying proudly. I was able to walk in there and just flame out as much as I wanted to be. I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm here.
God. With your nails and your hair.
Yeah. Because, the rest of the time I was like, hey, what's up? My name's
Oh
Douglas.
my God.
What's
Okay.
up, bro?
Okay. Getting ready for the NFL season. Yeah.
Yeah. Trump 2028. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, please no. That's
Uh,
crazy.
but
Man.
other than that, how did your week go?
You know what? It was quiet this week, just like you and the global warming weather. Ours
Hmm.
has been the same way. It's still been up in the 80s and 90s. And then I looked at the weather this week and it's going to rain. So
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Yeah. And then I wasn't out during the protest, but of course on Saturdays I usually do my grocery shopping and just had a couple of errands before we get together. And man, when I tell you the streets are packed with
Ooh.
protests, the No Kings protest again.
Yep.
And it made me wonder, it's like, okay, so all of these people, are protesting everything. So how did Kamala not win the election? It's like you
uh,
see, I mean, hundreds of thousands of people
yeah.
out and about in every city, just protesting and everything. And it makes you wonder. And I mean, obviously, we know the election was rigged. We know that, but here we are, you know, elbows deep in a war with Iran.
I know.
So, but no, I mean, other than that, it's been a pretty good week. Can't complain. Like I say, the sun is shining, but the rain should be back soon. April showers may come your way.
Get this
So,
woman a Grammy.
okay, you know it. Oh my goodness. But
Hmm.
I'm glad you had a good week. So let's get into some really, I guess, interesting things that are going on here in California. Are you
Oh,
ready?
yeah. You know what? I was just eating my Caesar salad and I was like, I wonder what she's going to be talking about today. So lay it on me.
Well, I don't know if that was a good segue or just, whatever, but all right. So that was a great segue. So
Thank
today
you.
we're going to talk about California and Cesar Chavez and
Oh,
the allegations that are now sparking conversations about removing his name from schools and public spaces.
oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's happening now is that everything is circulating that apparently claims are trying to say that Cesar Chavez had abuse allegations. The whole realm of like the president who currently leads our country.
Right.
he he has there's been public outcry about him abusing women,
Mm,
children. and different things like that. And
Oh,
so
wow.
now they are asking for his name to be removed. The holiday. Obviously there's no verified information just yet,
Hmm.
but what's funny about the whole thing is that they're very quick to change and remove this man from schools and holidays and different things like that.
And streets
With
too, isn't there like a Cesar Chavez road or street that you used to drive
Yeah,
on?
I believe so.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm not going to say San Jose, but somewhere. But I know there is. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of fueled allegations and criticisms and that are going on. And then the internet obviously take a look at it and has turned it to a full blown headline war.
Mm.
And so here's the real situations. Cesar Chavez's legacy has always been complicated. Critics have raised issues about his leadership style, his union tactics, and positions on immigration. But now we're seeing something different, attaching serious allegations of abuse into the conversation, often without clear, verified evidence tied directly to him.
Mm.
And that's why it's kind of sketchy, kind of, tricky to kind of go into all of this and
Right.
to just start removing his name from things and taking statues down and things like that when everything hasn't really truly been verified.
Mm.
Okay. You don't see his name in the Epstein files. It's not redacted. And so
That's sad not to cut in, but like that's the bar that we have to set things at now. Like, was it in the Epstein files? Mm.
right. It's like if my name is not in the Epstein files, you can't prove anything.
Right.
So, you know, and so that's where things get dangerous is that, people are doing all of this or talking about it.
Hmm.
And because they're mixing, things up because now we are, it's real historic, people going on the modern politics,
Right.
and all of these different things that are tied to this. And so once you combine all of that, is it true? And, how do we start the conversations with people and how do we, change the narrative? Obviously, I mean, you think nowadays, everything that's coming up years and years later about what someone did to
Hmm.
someone else or anything like that. Where was all of this back when it was happening? You
Right.
know, was it so bad that, you couldn't bring anything up? Or, what was the reason that it couldn't be done right then and there?
Right.
I look at all the, you know, people that have gone to jail or that are tied up in a lot of these, issues and everything. Where were the voices back then?
Hmm.
If you and I went to the Diddy parties, if we had seen any of this going on, I truly believe we would have said something. But hey, nothing happened.
Listen, we were
I,
too busy on the slip and slide covered in baby oil to even notice
right?
what was going on
Didn't-
behind us.
Yeah, I didn't realize what was going on. And so the same thing with the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. We were invited to the island, but I never saw all that stuff going on. I would have definitely said something.
Right.
So, but again, we laugh, we joke about it because that's all you can do
Right.
instead of crying about it. But what, where were all these people, and where were all this information back then?
Yeah.
And it just money is the root of all evil, honestly. And when you have it, you can do and say and whatever it is you want to do. And people just look the other way.
Hmm.
And so do you think it was the same thing with him and the power that he had, that people were just like, okay, well, we're just gonna not say anything and just let it happen. This person now has, monuments and holidays and things, schools and buildings named after
Yeah.
him, and they're quickly trying to erase all of that. But on the other side, you've got a president who is clearly, everybody knows it.
Yeah.
He's all over, all these things that are going on, these allegations, and his name appears in these documents, and clear video shows him with people. I mean, and there's a lot more people than just him,
Right.
but he's there, and he's still in office. He's still, running the country. He's still, you-
And adding his name to like things and
oh
signing
my
now
God,
our
did you
currency and
see that?
stuff.
Yes, you just see that now. If I get a Donald Trump $100 bill,
Oh, that
I might keep it. I might keep it. I
really?
don't know.
Are you gonna get the commemorative coin with him looking like he's shitting his pants or something? Have you
Right,
seen
that
that?
one too. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm still waiting for my what is it? The United States what is that gold bar he has with his name on it?
Yeah. Hey,
I'm still waiting for that.
yeah.
The gold.
And do you mind me asking, like, when
Mhm.
Cesar Chavez was doing all this stuff, what decades were those in? Because I'm cloudy on that. Like,
You know what? Same here because we're very young ourselves.
yes,
And so
just
I
fresh out of
think
high
it was
school.
right. I think it was early 70s. And I
Okay.
mean, obviously our viewers will correct me, and I apologize for not really, taking the time to get that. But
No, no.
I believe it was the early 70s, again, but obviously honestly, we really were very young.
Right. But we're saying it's not like
If
the
that,
90s or something or
oh
2000s.
God,
Because
no,
when you
no.
speak of like, why didn't anyone speak out kind of thing, like, I mean,
Hmm.
even as recently as the 70s, women did not have as much power as they do, even so. I mean, what little power they still have today in that.
Right.
And so a lot of people didn't speak out. A lot of people didn't believe. A lot of people just believed the men and everything. And that's the sad part about that as well.
Hmm.
These allegations are true. But at the same time, it's like where this stuff is surfacing now, and we're not then and there, and so it's kind of hard to prove or maybe talk to some people in the moment, what have you, to clear anyone's name. Like that's the kind of thing that
Right.
sticks with me and gets to me.
Right. And it's, again, you think about, people are so quick to want to remove his name
Right,
over these allegations, but then those are the same people that might be defending Donald Trump,
right,
right?
right,
And so we flip that around, and oh, how are you able to defend one and then want to, tear down the other?
right,
Is it race related? Cesar Chavez, but again, it's still the same type of thing going on, abuse and uh, uh, treating people a way that they shouldn't be, and you're a public figure.
yeah,
And of course, no one is perfect. No one at all is
right,
perfect. And I'm sure there are, skeletons in everyone's closet. Kamala Harris had them. Those that lived in California knew about all of, her dealings and things like that. And people weren't,
mhm,
ecstatic about it. But was she, and is she still the right person? And I truly believe that. I'm sure that we'll get, a lot of people saying no, no, no. I mean, and even though Gavin Newsom is my governor, is he qualified?
right,
A part of me is saying anything is better than what we have now, but then also you have to look, and that's
right,
honestly true. You have to
right.
look at it, and again, there are a lot of people, and they've made comments about on our show about how Gavin has done California, and I
Yes, I
again,
have.
yeah, and again, I understand that, I see that too, but
Hmm.
can it be any worse than what's going on right now?
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
And so, obviously we don't want to make this a political, debate and going back and forth with it, but it's true. It's like, how can we defend one and not the other? And it's very scary how,
Hmm.
we lead this. And again, when I go out and see protest and no kings, and I mean, it's every weekend. When I'm going to the farmers market or anything, I see these signs, I see
Hmm.
people gathered, and I'm just like, okay, where were all of these people during the election? But I guess you can't really do anything if it's been rigged, right? You can't really uh, change anything, and it really, when you think about it, it makes people not want to vote. And I think that's another thing too, is that
Right.
people don't want to go out and vote because they know it's like it's not gonna, it doesn't matter, doesn't,
Exactly.
nothing's gonna happen because you got somebody in the background changing the numbers,
When you have
so.
every election cycle, they talk about how many people didn't vote that were registered and could
Hmm.
vote. And like that's where we lose a lot of our democracy. A lot of people are just like, the lesser of two evils,
Right.
like, it's
Hmm.
rigged, whatever. And like listen, just go out and do, like, there's other countries where like you're mandated to do, your
Right. To
civil
come and
duty of
get you to
voting.
vote. Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
so, and I understand too that people are also disfranchised. There's people that, may not have the proper IDs anymore, may not have, mode of transportation, don't know about the options to them. And they're already trying to put bills in there to make it even harder for, not just the other side, but their side as well to go in and vote. So
Right.
there's a lot of disfranchisement in there. Did I say that word right?
Mm-hmm.
Horse overs. But
Exactly.
to me, there's
Baltimore, Maryland.
right. I mean, to me, there's a lot of that out there, and it's like twofold: like people that just don't care, and the people that try and they can't. And it's sad. And we end up in situations like we're in now, even with the
Right.
little bit of a push that they may have had allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. Right. And then, again, you get into the voting where you're not even elected by the popular vote. You're elected by the electoral votes,
yes, yeah.
and again, I'm not an expert on all of that, but I'm like, if you won the popular vote, that means I would assume that you should be elected. The people spoke. This
Yeah.
is what they want. But then we go and say, oh, well, no, you have to get these votes from the electoral. I'm like, who the hell are they? So that's not who I voted for. So
Yeah.
it's just, it's really and truly interesting to see
Hmm.
and what's going on and everything. And then you look across in other countries and different things. I've been seeing a lot of North Korea. And I know we're getting a little off on the original topic, but
Who,
I,
us?
I
Shocking.
yeah, but I was watching, just looking at North Korea and
Mhm.
their leader, was it Kim Jong Yong or something like that?
Kim Jong
But
Un.
yeah, Kim too.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that was his brother. That because they're all
Oh.
named Kim.
Hmm.
Did you know that his sister and his brothers are all named Kim, and his father was named Kim, and his daughter is named Kim.
I'm afraid it's gonna come back like that's their last name, you guys. But
No,
I
no,
don't
that's
know.
really
Is
no, that's his first name. It
okay.
is Kim. Yeah.
Do
Either
you
way,
think
it's Kim.
Kim Kardashian's related to?
Oh, please don't disrespect Kim Jong like that. Um, okay, so no, but I was like, I saw that he got reelected, and he's been in power years and years, like his from his father, and now he's getting his daughter ready because I
Yes.
think she's like 15, and I just saw all these pictures of him training with her. She's driving a big old tank, and they're shooting guns. And I'm like, oh, girl, dad.
Daddy daughter
But
time. Aw.
okay, but here's the kicker. He, won the election or won the re-election, or however they do it, but it wasn't 100%. It was like 98%, right?
Hmm.
And he apologized to the people. And again, don't come for me and like it's communism and he's a dictator and I don't care. I'm just
Hmm.
saying, don't come for me. I'm just saying he got up there in front of his people and apologized for not getting 100% and saying that he would do better to win them over 100%, and it's just that type of thing. Okay.
Hmm.
Again, I don't know the all the background, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into all of that, but I'm seeing something different where then I see my president, your president rather, going on to national TV, talking to female reporters and calling them stupid and calling them dumb and then he just had a 10-minute conversation about a Sharpie pen.
Oh
This
yeah.
man is out of his mind. And again, these are my opinions, people. This is my opinion totally. This is how I feel, and I have the right to feel that way. And again, it's just two friends chit-chatting and talking, so don't come for us.
I mean, I
But
feel what you're
yeah.
saying too. Like Kim Jong
Hmm.
Un, like apologized. I didn't get the 100%. Meanwhile, we're used to having presidents saying we want to help everyone, or
Hmm.
we are in charge, not in charge, I'm not saying the right word, but they're for all the people, they're not
Right.
there for just half of the country. And we feel
Right.
like
Right.
this president is just here for a quarter of the country at this point,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's
You
shocking to
know,
us, you know.
right. It is. And it's like, I think even when President Barack Obama, when he won, I think it was like what 28% or something that didn't vote for him, and he made that a part of his State of the Union, that he's still fighting for that group.
Yeah.
Even though they may not have agreed with him, and what he is still fighting for them as well. As well as the others that voted for him. And so that's what I'm talking about. Is like, you don't support him, and Kamala said, if you don't support him, he'll come for you. Donald Trump, and he will, do everything that he can possibly do to belittle and degrade and whatever it
Hmm.
is. And it's crazy, and how what we're living in right now. And so again, back to, the original topic, which was, about Cesar Chavez,
Hmm.
and the fact that he may now is basically being disgraced and being taken off of schools, names off of schools, and different things like that. And I guess the whole thing is that you can you can do this to one, but you're not doing it to the other.
Right.
And so where do we agree and disagree? I guess where do we draw the line?
Right.
How is it that, this man that is currently running our country into the ground? How much did you? Oh, you don't get gas, do you?
No,
Oh my
I
God.
have not gotten gas since all this started, so I don't even want to know.
I'm just saying, brother.
Mm,
I told you earlier, I think I'm getting a bike or a motorcycle because I can't do it. I have to fill up tomorrow, because I do every 2 weeks on a Sunday. I fill up,
hmm.
and the last time was $101.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And so I'm pretty sure now, this week, tomorrow, I'll take a picture for you and let you know. It's probably
Please,
gonna be 110. It's crazy.
I'll
Yeah,
cry
so that's
for
why I'm
you.
like, I don't go anywhere. Just go to work and come home.
Should we set up a
And
GoFundMe for your gas?
that would be amazing, people. Thank you so much. That, or a new bike, an e-bike or something. But yeah, so we'll see. I'll let you know. But no, we are looking at that, and how everything is coming to pass. I don't know. Does America survive this? And do the states start dividing themselves and just start becoming, their own, what do you call it? A sovereign state,
Yeah.
and breaking up East against the West. So I don't know, but
Don't say that. I'm
the
stuck
the
on the one side.
I told you the other day, you need to come on back home,
Right.
and you can stream from anywhere. And, or, you know what, to take a popular vote. We're thinking of I was thinking of getting myself an RV and just traveling the world,
Oh,
and just I'll come pick you up. You can
yes.
stream from inside.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah,
You hit a
wouldn't it be
pothole, like, blah, everything falls all over the
Oh my
place.
God. I know, huh? But no, again, it's
Hmm.
just my thought when I saw this topic, is how quick they were to or are to just take him off of anything. And it's like in the movie, The Ten Commandments, let the name of Moses be stricken. You don't know anything about Moses, do you?
I don't know anything about the Ten Commandments. I know
You
my
don't know.
grandmother used to love that
That's the
movie.
that's the Bible. Oh my God. All right. Anyway, that'll be another topic, people. But at any rate, they are quick to just take him off of everything. But yet and still, we have people running our government that are clearly involved in dastardly deeds.
Ooh, I
You
love it
like
when you
that?
say it like that. Mm.
Yes.
Uh,
And with that, I really don't even have any bad advice for something like this, because it's not a funny kind of thing.
right.
It's really kind of, it's disheartening. It's kind of scary. And to think that this type of stuff has happened so many times, and has happened for so long,
Hmm.
and it's just now coming to light. That's the crazy thing. These things could have been stopped a long time ago, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
So with that, why don't you jump into some advice from our listeners and what they have for us today.
Yeah, well, as always, I just remind our audience that we are not trained professionals, people. Please stop asking for my credentials, stop asking for my diploma. We're not trained professionals because we get those DMs all the time. And our advice
We do.
should not be taken seriously. But what qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros 2 for 1 night without getting kidnapped by that man in a van who did abuse us, fondle us for a little too long.
Ooh.
And once we got out, we were able to escape. And now we are able to lead you through life's challenges. Hit me with it.
Thank goodness the price of gas was so high that he can only go 1 block in that van and we were able to escape. So,
Well, back then, the gas was like $1.
and that was
Back in the
expensive for
Stone
them
Age.
back then.
It was, right? Took away from our drinks,
The good old
our
days.
fun.
Gas
The
under
good old days.
$2.
Coming home at
Anyways.
3 o'clock,
Oh yeah.
just washing your face and going right back to work.
Listen, back in my day, you could go to a Taco Bell, you could feed a car full of 20 people for $5. Now,
Oh, just get that one taco. Oh,
for $20.
off topic,
Yep.
people. Squirrel. Oh, reminiscing.
So today we'll be pulling our advice from Reddit's Am I the Asshole category.
You definitely are.
Well, you know what? 20 years down the line, people are like, you know what? I don't think that guy was an asshole. Put his statue back up. Put his name back on that porno
Oh my
store.
God. Wait, off topic. But remember that time we went to the Taco Bell? It was after that bar fight. And I had blood all over my shirt.
Oh,
Okay,
yes. I was like, which bar fight? But yes, there was that bar fight. As you're handing the money
Okay.
over to the person in the window, your arm's covered in blood. Don't ask.
She's like, "Are you okay?"
It was a night.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry.
This ain't
These are
mild
real
sauce.
life events.
This is a real life event for sure. So
my God.
I would say we're gonna pull in our questions from, but if you have some advice you want from us, please feel free to send us a message, DM, however you want to get it to us. Maybe your question will be featured in the next episode. Who knows?
All right. Who knows?
So first one, I feel like you run into this a lot because, you know, I work from home and you don't. So that's the only reason why I'm saying this. But am I the asshole for leaving a dirty toilet at work and getting called up by a colleague for it?
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. Because people, I swear,
So
geez.
that's why they leave the little brush in there and everything. Sometimes you got to do a little
Ugh.
scrub when you're done.
Bacteria.
Blech.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically, this is the person now. Basically, I had to use a toilet at work and I needed to take a dump. I mean, great verbiage right there.
Wow.
I finished up and I flushed the toilet twice since not everything went away after that. I should have did a trigger warning for this first, but since everything didn't go
First
down
of all,
the
you're
first one.
supposed to do a courtesy flush.
I mean, true.
You hit that, when it first drops, so you get that smell going out. All right, go ahead.
No, you flush it as it drops so people can't even
That's
hear
what
it
I'm
drop.
Ew.
Anyways, trigger warning. And I made sure that everything was clean and nothing was left. I washed my hands and left. 5 minutes after, a coworker sent me a message to go clean up the toilet. I thought it was a joke, but went to check again in case I missed something. After rechecking, I could confirm that the toilet was clean to streaks, no streaks of crap in the bowl or anything. So I asked the
Ew.
coworker what he saw exactly. He started huffing and puffing and asked me if he needed to show me my mess. I said, please do, as I don't see anything. All right, so I kid you not.
He left butt dust, didn't he? Butt parsley on the seat.
I never, butt parsley, I like that. I'll have to use that going forward. I kid you not. He pointed at the two smallest specks of shit I've ever seen. The kind where you need to go face first and uncomfortably close into the toilet to see them. I felt like he was overreacting, especially considering you have to go looking for them to see them. But I didn't push the argument on such a silly thing, in my opinion, and I just scrubbed the two specks away. Am I the asshole?
Ew. Well, yes, this happens on a regular basis. And thankfully, I have a private bathroom that I can go to. Then I'll have to deal with the the general public. But
Is that a
when I
Tina
have
Turner song? You're my private bathroom.
that's Tiny Dancer.
Oh,
Okay, so look, but when I have had to use the warehouse restroom, um, I can't, but I'm like, what are you people eating? Because it's like death in there. And yeah, people don't turn back around. You know, you have those automatic flush ones.
right.
And I'm like, they don't get it all the time. So you got to double check and, make sure everything. I've gone in there and I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? First of all, the alien has come out of you and you've just left this here. Or, the guys where you guys can't aim and you're just all over the seat. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And so, yeah, I'd be one of those people to call you back. And considering that there's often sometimes only, during my shift, probably a handful of female workers,
Mhm.
I can always know who did it, because I'll walk to the floor and count who's here. But there's always two people that, for some reason, I'm just like, you guys need to just drink some water, and whatever you're eating, don't do it. Okay. Yeah, but I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people who go in there and I will find out who did it. I get on the cameras. I'm sorry. Who went to the bathroom just now? Figure out what it is.
Who blew their anus out in the bathroom 2 minutes ago at 2:03
Exactly.
p.m.?
Exactly. Ugh. Yeah. One of the guys went to the 7-Eleven, clearly didn't ask if the hot dogs were fresh,
Oh,
and
yeah.
came back and almost died. So
Because you have to ask. You absolutely have to
you
ask.
have to ask.
Yeah.
You have to ask if they're fresh. So, but no,
Yeah.
guy, you are not the asshole.
I mean, listen. Well, first off, in this guy's case, it's I'm
Oh,
sure
he's the
that
asshole for leaving shit in the toilet. Yeah.
no, the coworker's the asshole because the coworker walked in, he smelt what he smelt because this sounds like it's just a one staller kind of place. He walked in, he's like, "Ooh, who just shit in here?" And then he's like looking in the toilet, like, was that me? Like, did I just poo in the bottom of my shoe? And he sees the two little specks. And he's like, "Oh hell no, I'm gonna go get Randy in here and shove his
He
face
was
in his own shit."
he must have been waiting for Randy.
Oh,
He knew Randy went
dude.
in there. And
Oh,
because Randy probably told him, was like, "Oh man, I gotta go take one." And he's like, "All right, cool, I'll cover your station." And then goes right in behind him and is like, "Ugh, you just left it a mess in there."
I
That's
think
disgusting.
actually, now that you brought that up, I think that this guy is sleeping with Randy's wife. Randy's pissed because he just found out, and so he's finding
And left it.
any reason to make this guy's life a living hell.
There you go. There you go.
And
You,
then,
you leave shit at home like that with my wife.
right, you're gonna sleep with my wife with that dirty ass.
Leaving butt parsley on the seat.
But to defend the men, because you said the men leave the restroom messy. I worked in retail for most of my life, and let me tell you, the women's restroom was always the worst because for some reason
A
women get into a
Hollywood
cannon.
mess. Ugh,
They
I don't
grab
know.
their ankles and they just let it fly on the wall like
I don't
yeah.
understand it. Yeah, I don't understand it either. But all right.
So there you go, man. I defended you. You're welcome. So on to the next one. Am I the asshole for Am I the
Ooh.
asshole for refusing to move in with my boyfriend after he said my living situation was inappropriate? Again, this is another scenario that you and I have both lived, so I'm eager to hear your opinion.
Okay,
So,
here we go.
hello, I am posting this seeking genuine advice and another opinion. I, a 22-year-old female, live with my friend, a 22-year-old male. Let's call him Joel. He
Oh,
is gay, which is
oh,
relevant. We met at university and became best friends, then decided to live together. It works really well. We split bills, cook, watch TV, and share chores. It has always been easy and drama free. See, just like us.
do, do they share boyfriends as well?
Oh, been there, done
Mm.
that. After
Oh my God.
after uni, I moved home briefly, but it felt wrong, so Joel suggested I move back in. I did around late November. Since then, he's gotten a boyfriend. I get along with both of them and really like my living situation. At New Year's, I decided to start dating again. Yes, girl is back on the prowl.
Ow.
I matched with a guy, I'll call him Max, who's 23 years old, who lives really close. We talked for a few weeks and went on a date. It went really well. Oh, sounds great.
Oh, cute.
Here's where I might be the asshole. I usually mention my living situation on the first date because it caused issues with my ex, but I forgot this time. I told him on the second date and apologized. He seemed completely fine with it. We've now been together just over 2 months. I've been to his place loads, but he hasn't been to mine. I don't like how she said that. I've been to his place
Loads.
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 Ugh. I invited
Drop a
him.
load.
You left some specks in the toilet. I invited him over recently. That is when everything took a turn. He asked if Joel would be there. I said no. Then he sent a long message saying he doesn't like that I live with another man. He went into detail about how weird it is that we share things like laundry, a shower, and a couch, making it sound inappropriate. Right? I pointed out he lives with his parents, so technically shares the same things too, which made him angrier. I mean, I love that. He then said me living with the man means I'm being taken advantage of and that he wants me to move out. Then he suggested we should move in together after 2 months. So at this point,
and share the restroom with you as well.
right?
Okay.
The couch, the restroom, the laundry.
Everything.
So at this point, I was just confused. His messages kept getting worse as he spoke about Joel in a really disgusting way, even though he's never met him. I told him I'm not moving in with someone after 2 months. He said if I was serious about him, I would want to, and that no normal girlfriend would live with another man over her boyfriend.
Wow.
I mean,
What's going on?
I know, right? All this after I just defended men, and now we're reading this. So that annoyed me because no one is choosing anyone, and I've already had this living situation before him. Now he's barely speaking to me and acting like I've done something wrong. I feel a bit guilty for not mentioning it on the first date, but his reaction feels extreme. Am I the asshole for not telling him sooner and for refusing to move in with him to fix the situation?
Well, first of all, you need to understand that your boyfriend is gay. He wants to break up with you so that he can move in with Joel and start the whole relationship. Period.
Oh,
End of
Joel
story.
and his boyfriend, a menage a
And his
trois.
boyfriend. And then you're at his place while he's at your old place getting busy, dropping loads.
Dropping loads. Oh my. Oh my.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't know. Clearly the guy has some sort of issue. Again, that's really ridiculous and weird that you want to move in, 2 months after being with him, or about to be with her rather. What are they, lesbians?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Got the U-Haul ready? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're
Yes.
implying?
Oh
I'll
my
tell my
God.
people you made that comment.
Ooh.
Yeah, the thing that I thought of was that he's living with his parents, we find out, and he's pressuring
Okay.
her to move out with him. I'm thinking the
Oh,
guy
yeah,
just
yeah.
wants another mama, to take care of him, but not live with his parents. You know what I'm saying?
I think so as well. Get out, whatever it is, lady. Get out of there. It's a red flag.
Yep. Chop it while it's hot. Get some a bottle of wine and some ice cream and cry over it with Joel while watching the Golden Girls. I mean,
Ooh, that's a great night, by the way. It
right?
is.
Yeah, better than hang out with that man child.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Well, those were some good ones. Thank you so very much,
Thank you.
as always. And thank you to all the listeners, all the new listeners, and all of your great comments. We'll keep them coming. We've got something special planned in the next couple of weeks. We'll start making some promos for that. And so, yeah, thank you.
Yes, I mean, we're always listening to our fans' suggestions. So, be on the lookout for future episodes on that. And just like Franklin said, we've gained new followers in these past couple of weeks. So welcome in if you're brand new. And I apologize now if you get offended by anything. Unfortunately, that's just how we are.
That's us.
Right.
Welcome to the shit show.
Right. But yeah, again, thank you for the comments, the likes, the shares. Helps us out tremendously. We greatly appreciate it. And if you are not one that wants to watch on YouTube, we are also on other major platforms as well where you listen to podcasts. But yeah, thank you. Anything else, Franklin, that you can think of that we need to go out on?
I don't think so. Just be safe out there, people.
Mm.
And thank you very much for all your support.
Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. Oh, and
Boy, bye.
on that note, bye.
Bye.